let's just say, right? It's a Boolean that we pass by reference. It's going to be our output variable, so I might call it out success. And then if the stream was opened, we'll set success to true and we'll return that. Otherwise, we'll set success to false and we'll basically just return an empty string. So in that case, instead of doing this, we need to take in a Boolean, which is basically file opened successfully. And then we simply pass that into here, right? And then we can check that. And that obviously reads a lot better than an empty string. However, it's still not particularly nice. So that is where std optional can help us. Std optional, which we can include by just including the optional header file here, is basically exactly what it sounds like. It's optional as to whether or not the data is present. So we change this to be std optional, and then of course we still have our string as our type that is optional. And you can see that it's giving me an error here saying that namespace std has no member optional. As I mentioned earlier, this is a C++ 17 feature, so make sure that you go into your settings, into your compiler settings, and switch your language version to C++ 17. And then now what we do is we still treat everything as it was before, and somehow I removed the fstream include for some reason. So we still do everything that we did before, right? We'll get rid of this out success boolean. We don't need that anymore. And then instead of returning an empty string, what we can do is return an empty std optional, and you can do that just by having curly brackets like this. And then if we want our string to be returned, we simply return result, and you can see it's really that simple. And then if we scroll down into